I was just humble, they didn't appreciate it. Young, wealthy, and wretched,
It's week 2 of the NFL, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Bills and the Dolphins on Thursday night.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've been buoyed by getting 2 home games right at the start, and they come off a good victory in Week 1.
And last week's
The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Dolphins head out, led by the NFL's leading passer in 2023. Now in his 5th season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Tua to throw right away. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick 2nd and long. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Tua going to throw. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Terrell Bernard gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Johnson to return it. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
And boy, showing how tough he can be to bring down, just fighting his way forward to pick up 7 yards. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. They run it again with Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he is going to have a Bills 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1. They run the counter with Cook. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown. and came away with 5 interceptions.
And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. Oh, fighting off the defender. He'll get this to about the 38.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's to the new Dolphin. It's Odell Beckham Jr. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
I get the thought process. 3rd and short, give it to the fullback, let him bulldoze his way. But that means you're counting on your offensive line to win the line of scrimmage, aren't you?
Yeah, there was just a mass of bodies there at the line. Looked like more defenders than offensive guys. Winds up losing yardage. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They start the drive with Cook, and he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Here's Cook again. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position.
That's not a bad idea.
I don't think he's going to do that, though. And he is going to have a Bills first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
After the turnover, it's Tua. This is caught inside the 15. And it'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 39 yards there, a big one. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football. Here we go now on first and goal. As they've got it as we resume action. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Making to catch the running back Raheem Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win. Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Again, it's Cook. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Davis, he'll try to run for it. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Allen taking it himself. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. Now this offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. From the 29, here's second down and 7. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Allen going to throw. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 49 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Cook going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
2nd and goal from the 1. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that's going to bring up a big call now because he's unable to make the play himself on 2nd down. Now you just have to wonder, will they keep the ball in his hands on 3rd down?
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
Allen now on the sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Josh Allen scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a 2nd one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a pretty slick return there. Almost got it to the 45. Officially, they'll call him down at the 44. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now out in front here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 1st down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Matt Milano, an all-pro last year, in on the tackle.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. Now 2nd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back. to Miami. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. 2nd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Now Tua. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That catch for his career's number 731, and that's the number that Calvin Johnson ended with when he stopped his career in 2016.
Yeah, what could have been for him. So maybe now what we'll see is someone else continue to elevate their game and put this number well in his rearview mirror. I think 800, not out of line here.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Tua. A short throw there, that's to Smythe, the tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. Tua to throw again. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So 4th down, Tua departs, and on is Jason Sanders and the Dolphin field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Sanders is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. A final shot before half for Allen. Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And here's Allen. A final shot before break. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So we've reached halftime here. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Bills trail here, but they will get the football first as we are back underway on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. The Bills offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Javon Holland coming up to make the stop. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Here's 3rd and 7. Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 2nd down and a yard. Back to throw here. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's got his target. That's complete. He'll take this into the end zone. How will this offense respond? Their defense just gave up the touchdown. Now it's their opportunity. 1st and 10. Now Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. To throw, it's Allen. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Allen. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, that means talk about.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the 1st half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now.
And now here's another interception. Picked by And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times? After a good punt, this offense will start with tough field position inside the 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. It's caught. Cooper. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this is what they're going to need more of. It's the third quarter. You're trailing. You've got to come out with a renewed sense of purpose. And that's a nice way to kick off the drive with good yardage and a first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Samuel going to go in motion right. Here's Michel to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Michel looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
They're going to try and throw out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they got it at the 42-yard line. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things.
Offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker. Now following the touchdown, here comes this offense back out onto the field as they will take over with a 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an intercept. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. The turnover. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
Yeah, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Dolphins, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Hey, yo, fresh out the beta game.